England gave the world football. Brazil gave football its soul. One country wrote the rules. The other rewrote what was possible. If football was born in England, how did Brazil become the country everyone fell in love with? The answer changed football forever. In the early 1800s, every school in England had its own version of football. Some allowed players to carry the ball. Others only allowed kicking. The rules were chaos. Then, in 1863, something historic happened. The Football Association was created in London. For the first time, football had one official rulebook. Modern football was born. England also created the first professional clubs, the first league, and many of the tactics that still exist today. Without England, there would be no modern football. But football was about to leave home. In 1894, a young Brazilian named Charles Miller returned from England. He wasn't just carrying luggage. He carried 2 footballs and a book of official rules. At first, football was a sport for wealthy families and British workers living in Brazil. Ordinary Brazilians weren't even welcome. But that didn't last. Soon, children from every neighborhood began playing. Not on perfect grass. On beaches. On dusty streets. In narrow alleys. Anywhere there was space. And that's where football started to change. England's football was built on strength. Long passes. Crosses into the box. Physical battles. Winning was everything. Brazil looked at the same game differently. Players kept the ball on the ground. They dribbled instead of clearing it. They danced around defenders instead of pushing through them. Every move became an expression of creativity. Brazil called it Jogo Bonito. The beautiful game. This wasn't just a new tactic. It was a new philosophy. Winning mattered. But entertaining people mattered too. Suddenly football became art. Then came a 17-year-old boy. His name was Pelé. At the 1958 World Cup, he stunned the world. He scored 6 goals. Brazil won its first World Cup. The football world had never seen anything like it. Then came Garrincha, a winger whose dribbling left defenders completely helpless. Later came Zico, Romario, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Kaká, Neymar. Each generation added something new. Brazil didn't just produce great players. It produced artists. Brazil has won 5 FIFA World Cups. More than any other nation. It has produced countless Ballon d'Or winners. Its players have inspired generations across every continent. Children in Africa copied Pelé. Europe tried to imitate Brazilian technique. Street football around the world borrowed Brazilian skills. Even today's biggest stars grew up watching Brazilian legends. Brazil didn't simply play football. It became football's biggest inspiration. England built football's foundation. Brazil gave it imagination. One country created the game. The other showed the world how beautiful it could become. That's why England may have invented football. But millions of fans believe Brazil perfected it. Because football isn't remembered only by trophies. It's remembered by the moments that make people fall in love with the game. The greatest legacy in football isn't creating the rules. It's changing the way the world dreams.